Alrighty guys, and welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm reviewing Darth Vader issue 26, Into the Sand, which is written by Greg Pak with art by Raphael Inco. It was released on August 24th, 2022, which this issue makes this the longest canon Darth Vader comic series. But the issue, I thought it was kind of okay. It was a very fast-paced issue. A lot of the issue being the red vision flashbacks we see Vader get. You know, we've seen those, throughout the series, but they are mainly just scenes from the movies. For the most part, there's been occasionally some newer stuff, and this issue does have some newer stuff, but still, a majority of the flashbacks were just scenes from the movies. And, I enjoyed it in this issue, but it just took up a little too much of the issue. But this stuff isn't that. We see the issue pick up right where the last one ended with Vader taking that pod racer, which some of the refugees, I think the one, the Rhodian, what's his name? I forget his name, who was one of Anakin's friends in The Phantom Menace, kind of doubts he'll be able to drive it, as no one really can, at least of the refugees, but they don't know who he truly is, so he's able to do it, which he heads into the storm to find Sabe, which is when we get a lot of the flashbacks. Definitely a lot of stuff about sand and whatnot. There's some new stuff of Anakin and Shmi being stuck in a sandstorm. But, pretty much everything is just scenes from, like The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. There might have been something from Revenge of the Sith, but it was mainly Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. But, a lot of stuff about sand, but also about Shmi and Padme and how he tried to save them, but couldn't. Which I guess that's what they're kind of just trying to show, because Vader's going out to try and save Sabe, which he does eventually find Kitster, who tells him Sabe is stuck under this big tank, so Vader uses the Force on it and frees her. But there's a lot of sand coming in from the storm, and it's starting to trap them. So Vader calls up Piet and tells him to find his location and fire down onto the planet, at his location, which Piet hesitates at first, but Vader force chokes him, so he's like, okay, and then he fires, which we see that happen, but then it cuts to sometime later where Vader's cutting himself out of maybe that tank. I'm not really sure what it was. It's something, they're inside something. I'm assuming it's that tank, but Sabe and Kitster are also there, but Sabe is passed out, so we see Vader carry her away. But the issue ends with Palpatine back on Coruscant, kind of talking about how Vader couldn't save Shmi or Padme, but now thinks he can. And it kind of cuts off, and then he starts laughing. I'm assuming maybe he's talking about Sabe. I'm not fully sure there. Or, if he's thinking that Vader thinks, saving Sabe can, help get him over, not being able to save Shmi and Padme. I'm not sure. But it was a very fast-paced issue, which I didn't mind it, but I was kind of hoping to wrap up this current arc, as I haven't been super into it. So yeah, obviously I assume the next issue will, but it was maybe a little too fast paced. Wish it was maybe a little slower, maybe a little less on the flashbacks, but I understood what the point of showing all those flashbacks were. But the issue wasn't one I super enjoyed, but I liked it more than the last two. So, yeah, but my grade, I'm going to give it a B-. So, yeah, but next comic review will be Dr. Aphra issue 23. So you can check that out then. But in the meantime, I've been Sarzoon. I'll catch you guys in the next one.